This story happened a few weeks ago, and this is the only thing I've made on the subject. I'm honestly a little surprised about this because this event is so memorable. But I do know why I haven't until now. I never felt like it. I was minding my own business, doing my own thing, when I got a call from my friend who I'll call Sarah. So I picked up my phone and to Sarah saying this, "Dude, I'm at Subway with Derek and some of his friends are here." Derek is not his real name. Me and Sarah would talk about Derek, not because he was cute or anything, but because Sarah loves to insult him. Pretty much all of my friends thought Derek was annoying, so I couldn't really agree or disagree because I only talked to him in 5th grade and haven't talked to him since. So anytime they insulted him, I kind of just went like, yeah, he seems really annoying. The only reason that Sarah really cared he was there was because she is a really big introvert. I mean, like the Odd Ones Out or Jane Animation's introvert, and she didn't want to interact with Derek ever. After hearing her tell me this, I just laughed a little. I'm a mix of introvert and extrovert, but mostly introvert. So I understand her irrationality, but I think it's, well, rational, like most people. And I would never do things like this. Sarah and I end up talking for a while, like we usually do when we're on call. When I asked Sarah, "Are you okay with asking Derek if he remembers me?" At this point, Sarah was inside her car avoiding Derek and just people in general, like the great introvert that she is. Sarah was a little reluctant in doing this, but eventually responded with, "Okay, but if this goes wrong, I will hate you for the rest of your life." Some people might think this was a really big risk, but let me tell you it wasn't. Sarah is one of my best friends, and hating me for the rest of my life is more like, this will be the number one reason I dislike you, but I'm not going to stop talking to you or hate you, and we'll remain friends. So, knowing this, I say, yeah, I'm fine with this, and she goes back inside the subway to ask the question. She puts me on hold to ask the question after she took me off hold, she told me, "Well, looks like I hate you forever." So apparently, after she asked this question, Derek said yes, and then for no reason, he tells Sarah that he has a lot of questions. Sarah instantly starts telling me what's happening. I suggest for Derek to ask me through the phone. A few seconds later, I hear him on the phone. I start with my normal icebreaker. "So how's life?" He says something along the lines of good. I couldn't really hear much over the surprisingly loud subway, since when were subways loud? We talk for another minute, maybe a little less, when he stops being on the phone. I don't know what happened here. Sarah probably just took back her phone. I don't blame her, though. But throughout that entire conversation, Derek didn't ask me one question. I ended up asking more questions than he did. And the whole purpose was for me to answer his questions. I don't know what was going on in this guy's brain. 5 seconds after that, Sarah tells me Derek just asked her if I had a crush on him. I had so many questions. First of all, why didn't he just ask me when he was possession of the phone when I was on call? Secondly, is he okay? I hadn't talked to him since 5th grade, other than the half-hearted conversation. And even then, he was messing with me, with another kid who I'll call Alex. I'm not emotionally scarred by that, I just thought it was stupid. I also haven't had a crush since 2nd or 3rd grade. I can't exactly remember. Did he just think I was some kind of yandere admiring him from afar?
Ugh.
Then a short while later, Sarah's brother that was with her left to go to the bathroom, and she couldn't leave because her brother had left his stuff inside the subway, and her stuff was there too. Luckily, she was still on the phone with me, so she wasn't completely alone next to the person she hates. Right after Sarah's brother got out of the bathroom, they left, and Sarah hung up the call. "Did you think it was over? Well, you're wrong." Simultaneously, while Sarah was driving to her destination, Sarah gets a text from Derek. "Does she have a crush on me or something?" Sarah responds by stating the obvious. No. He says probably the dumbest response to this type of question. "I'm not sure." What exactly are you not sure about? No doesn't have a hidden meaning. Do you even know what everyone says? No means no. Of course, Sarah sent this to me and called. I lost a few brain cells at this discovery.
Me too.
Sarah first tried to take the situation back in person. She offered him to sit with us at lunch on Monday. Derek says no surprise there. So that took us nowhere. By now, Sarah asked me what she should say. I told her to play the I haven't had a crush in 2nd or 3rd grade card. She ends up saying that, and he comes up with some stupid retort. I don't remember what it was, and it doesn't matter. What does matter is this was still going on. After a while, Derek asked Sarah for my number. Sarah wanted confirmation from me, to which I said sure. Look, this whole thing had been going on for hours. So I get a text from him. It says, "Do you have a crush on me?" Oh, I don't know, Derek. You've asked this question twice before and gotten the same answer. You probably now hold the record for asking the same person the same question the most times in the day.
Oh no, it's probably more than that from me. It's Sarah, the poor person who had to experience all of this.
I, losing 4 more brain cells, told him, "Do you think Sarah was lying or something? I told her to tell you that answer." What? You asked her the same question. I was just wondering why you asked. That was probably the most logical thing he said in this entire conversation, even though that doesn't explain why he asked the retort question. So I replied by saying, "Yeah, but this doesn't mean I have a crush on you. I just thought it was weird." His default response was to accuse me. What the freak, man? Sarah asks people all the time if they remember her, and just because you find something weird doesn't mean that the opposing side has a crush on you. Yeah, I know. Then why did you ask? Did you want me to think you accuse people after not talking to them for 3 years? Is what I wanted to say, but instead I added, honestly, I have no idea. Instead he added, I honestly have no idea what this whole thing is about. Did I misread? He's the only one who started this whole dilemma, is what I thought. I ended up explaining the whole situation to him. Yeah, I know. Then why did you ask me? What cryptic language are you speaking, child? Throughout this whole thing, I was keeping Sarah up to date. She was as stupefied as I was hearing the whole scenario. I just ended up telling Derek, "This whole thing is stupid. Can we agree?" "Yes." "Then let's just end this here." That's spelled MHM, in case you were wondering. Is the laziest is like the lazy okay, but whatever. I was just glad at the end of this freaking mess of life. On Monday, Sarah ended up telling her trusted teacher about the scenario. The teacher just happened to have Derek as a student, and no, it wasn't weird that Sarah told her teacher. You'd get it if you knew what I was talking about. The teacher ended up suggesting that Derek had a crush on me. I told her that I had thought about that for a second, but realized that this is the same philosophy as me having a crush on him. That is something that me and Sarah could have used as a retort, though, I mean, we had more evidence the other way around. Derek wouldn't let go of the situation until someone literally said, "Alright, I'm done." He didn't actually ask me anything, using his voice, which could indicate that he was nervous and thought his voice would have given it away. However, it sounded really stupid throughout the whole thing. He sounded really stupid throughout the whole thing. Most people probably wouldn't do that in front of a crush, and some of the points I made could also be used in his defense as well. Overall, I think he was just fighting for his pride. He probably just wanted to make himself look more attractive than he really was. I also had a few other friends of mine agree that he thinks he's some kind of bad boy after telling them this story. So that was the wonderful story of the month of April in 2022. The moral of the story is that if someone asks you about your well-being, don't automatically assume the other person has a crush on you. Stop it.
Oh, by the way, this is Sarah. I'm really close with the teacher. That's why I told her. And 2, he speaks Derekese. Peace out.